We're on a mission to eradicate adult content and pornography from our world completely. It is a massive mission. It is a huge vision, and we need your help. Over the last 3 years, our company has trained over 2,000 men worldwide to give up pornography, to master their S3X energy, and to use that energy to develop their masculine leadership. We need your help. We're just warming up. And I want to share with you why it's so important. It might be the biggest battle that we face in humanity right now. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Nakula Das, and I help men master their S3X energy so you can become a powerhouse both in and outside the bedroom. Go to the link in the description below and take the free S3X transmutation guide so you can learn to master your own energy and you can eliminate pornography from your own life. It's so important that we take this mission on. Did you know that in World War II and World War I, as well as other conflicts around the world, that all nations used pornography as part of their psychological warfare? Meaning, Saladin, who was a conqueror, sultan of Egypt and Syria at that time, that area, has a quote that says, "If you want to destroy a nation without going to war, make adultery and nudity common in the younger generations." In World War II specifically, the Americans would drop leaflets of pornography, beautiful women bathing, pinup girls, provocative images on the troops of their enemies. This also started in World War I with Germans doing the same thing to some of their enemies. So no country is innocent. I'm not saying one country is better than the others. It is a military weapon that has been used time and time again. Once you start to promote promiscuous behavior in a culture, that culture becomes a distracted culture, a weak culture, and ultimately it reduces us down to our base desires. We have two base desires: reproducing and eating. Those are base desires because they deal with the physical survival of ourselves and our species. That's why they're at the core of our motivation. When you can manipulate or misuse those base desires, or you get men to completely only think about their base desires, you reduce their ability to be creative. You reduce their ability to understand higher intellectual concepts and philosophies. Look at what we've created as human beings. We are so much more than base desires. The animals are filled with base desires. They also eat and they reproduce. They sleep and we sleep. They defend themselves and we defend ourselves. But as human beings, we can do so much more. We've created math, science, culture, philosophy, music, art, architecture. We write books and literature. We've created sports. We have created so many things above the base desire. But what happens is when a man gets trapped in his base desire, his consciousness only falls into his base desire, he'll only be concerned with two things: when am I going to get laid and when am I going to eat? There's a saying that says, if you want to keep a man happy, keep his balls empty and his stomach full. If you want to keep a man docile, keep his balls empty and his stomach full. If you want to see a man's potential, do the opposite. Keep his balls full and his stomach empty and watch him get lit up. Because he'll have to use all of his intelligence, all of that creativity, all of that personal power to go and achieve. Our job as human beings is to rise above our base desire. Now, it's not saying that our base desires are bad. It's not bad to have S3X and it's not bad to eat. It's just the basics of life. That's like a human being who's filled with so much creativity and talent and potential and God-given gifts, which is what you've been given in the human form of life, and totally squandering it, taking all of that power, all of that intelligence, and then doing what the animals do. So what was the point of being born as a human if you're simply going to just act like an animal, like the dogs and the cats and the rhinoceroses and, whatever else is out there? It is a waste. Now, why do militaries or people who aspire to dominate the world, to control the world, why do they do this? Because they know if they can reduce men to their base desire, they're weak. They're weak of mind. They're unintelligent. They spend their time on foolishness. They get engaged in foolish activities. And they lower everybody's consciousness. This also makes women and children easier to exploit. This is a very dark topic, but it's the reality of the world that we face. The fact is if you can eliminate men, you essentially eliminate the protective factor or the strength of a society. Men are actually the pillar of family life. See, when men have values, when men have morals, when men have standards, when men don't engage in nonsense, then they can provide, they can protect, they can produce. And that allows the intelligence of women also to come out, because then women don't have to step into the men's role or the masculine role. The problem now is that we have so many weak men that women essentially have to take on those roles for their own survival. And therefore, women don't see men as somebody to respect. As a man, you're supposed to be dominant. Now, that's not dominant of others. It means to dominate ourselves. But here's what happens. If you're full of addiction, if you're smoking all the time, drinking all the time, jerking off all the time, playing video games all the time, watching Netflix all the time, and you're not taking care of your duties around the house and at work as a provider and protector, how will your woman respect you? She won't. She's going to actually see you as a child. This is one of the biggest complaints when I talk to women. They're like, yeah, my husband's like a child. They'll even say to me, I've got 3 children, 2 kids and him. Well, if he's a child, you think she wants to bang a child? You think she's going to be attracted to that? You think she's going to trust a child to take care of things? No, she's going to have to take care of it. She's going to have to take care of the bills. She's going to have to make sure things get paid on time. She's going to make sure that things get done around the house. That's your job as a man. But that's why it's happening. That's why we're on a mission to eradicate adult content from our society, because we're on a mission to restore family values, faith, family, and freedom. This is our mission. This is what Nakula Das Training Grounds is all about. Now, what happens is, in this today's world, what's happened is that we've got these things now. So guess what? It's no longer just leaflets dropping from the sky. Adult content is literally being pushed to you. It's being pushed to kids. It's literally being put in front of you as a weapon to distract you, to mess with your hormones, to make you a weak man. We have this now in our life. That's the difference between World War I and World War II and today. Technology, computers. We don't have to drop leaflets. They don't have to drop leaflets on us. We now have hardcore adult content being pushed on us, being pushed on our kids. What do you think that's going to do to our generation? Well, we can see it playing out. How many men are addicted? How many people are using pornography? Well, I'll tell you, in the US, 28,000 people are watching a pornographic image or site or video every second. Over $3,000 every second is being spent on some adult content. We're talking about billions, potentially trillions of dollars are going into making you weak, and people are profiting off of it, and crooked politicians or power-hungry people are benefiting from your weakness. It's destroying the family core, it's destroying our values, and it's destroying our potential as human beings. It is a crime against humanity, and we can no longer be passive. We can no longer sit back and just be okay with it or justify, oh, well, it's just, fun. It's tantalizing. It's hot. It's destruction. It's downright evil. And it is a military weapon. Do your own research. You can verify everything that I'm saying. This has been done before, but it's never been done at the level it's being done now because we have this access to technology. How do you join the fight? Well, first of all, you have to do it yourself. You have to learn to master your own energy. You got to get rid of pornography and the promiscuous behavior out of your own life, and you'll notice massive changes in your own life. That's the best thing you can do. The best thing you can do is be the change, is be a man of value, be a man of honor, be a man of chivalry, be a man of respect. Be a man of faith. Be strong. Be a high value man. Don't give your energy away cheaply. Don't give your attention away cheaply for some little thrill. Go out and be a great provider and producer. Be a great father. Be a great husband. Be a great leader. That's what we're doing inside of our training programs. We're giving you the tools and the strategies to get rid of the negativity in your mind, to get rid of the negative behaviors, to learn to master your energy, and to unleash your masculine leadership, your rightful place as a man, to be dominant, to provide and protect for women and children in a way that you were designed. And that's how you'll find fulfillment in your life. You're not going to find it on the screen, and you're not going to find it by hooking up with random women. That's little boy shit. I know I participated in all that. It didn't give me nothing but heartbreak and heartache and depleted energy and distraction. So that's step number one. You need to do it yourself. You've got to take responsibility. You're worth it. Your life matters. Your consciousness matters. You're part of the world. Don't think you don't matter, and don't think you're not hurting anybody by doing it. You are. Own that. Take responsibility and step up. And then second, join our movement. Help organize events. Start speaking about it out on your social media. Be brave. There are men around me, specifically a buddy of mine. If you've been following me for some time, you know that I ran in the last Canadian election. I got made fun of around the world. I was called the semen retention candidate. It was designed to make me look crazy. But you know what? There were men who paid attention, specifically a buddy of mine who's become a friend of mine, is now actually helping us in our business. He said it was because of that he actually looked into it and recognized that what I was saying was true, and he began to move away from pornography and stop depleting himself. And ever since then, his whole life has gotten better and better. His confidence has skyrocketed. His business is improving. He's helping the community out in a better way. He's a better husband and father because of it. And now he's speaking about it. Just today, he released a whole thing about he's doing No Nut November and challenging other men to do it. You need to do the same thing. I'm not going to do it by myself. You need to do it, and the next guy needs to do it, and we all need to be brave and stand up and say enough is enough. We are taking back our world. We are taking back our masculinity. We are taking back our energy. We're protecting our women and children, and we will not allow tyrants, and we will not allow men of ill intention and atheistic class of men to take over this world. It's over. So number one, you need to clean up yourself, clean up your act, get yourself under control, and start being the man that God designed you to be. And number two, be brave and become a soldier in this mission. Make sure you reach out and connect with me. You could book some time on my calendar if you're ready to take it to the next step. I would love to connect with you, show you our trainings, show you how we can help you step up in that way. Share this message out, share this video out, start making posts. Follow me on my other social medias. You can connect with me at the top of the channel. All the links to my social medias are there. So if you don't have a voice, you can be a voice by sharing the content out and helping us eradicate porn from this world. I thank you so much. I encourage you to take action right away, and I'll see you on the next video.